Hello Reds, welcome back to the channel where we live and breathe Liverpool Football Club. News is Mohamed Salah clash with Trent, Alexander-Arnold may explain Liverpool form drop. Mohamed Salah's performances have raised significant concerns for Liverpool this campaign. Yet the roots of his decline might trace back to a heated exchange with Trent Alexander-Arnold from 12 months ago. In March 2025, while Liverpool was cruising toward its 20th League Championship, footage emerged of Salah and Alexander-Arnold pushing one another and confronting each other during training. While Alexander-Arnold, who departed for Real Madrid during the summer window, appeared genuinely annoyed, Salah seemed amused by the situation. He was filmed chuckling in his then teammate's face as Ibrahima Konate and Harvey Elliott intervened to defuse the situation. Sources close to the squad insisted the altercation was good-natured joshing. The pair were allegedly seen around Kirkby afterwards, sharing laughs, yet Salah's statistics since that day suggest otherwise. Salah proved crucial under Arne Slot last term as Liverpool clinched the title. He contributed 57 goals and assists across all competitions, securing his third PFA Players Player of the Year award, the FWA Footballer of the Year honour, and Premier League Player of the Season recognition. However, following that training ground clash, Salah managed only 2 goals and provided just 1 assist across the final 9 matches of Liverpool's championship-winning season. This contrasts with the 27 goals and 17 assists he'd accumulated before the incident with his colleague. Salah put pen to paper on a fresh 2-year deal with Liverpool in May 2025, but his modest output has persisted. While the ex-Roma forward found the net in the Reds' 2-1 defeat at Wolves on Wednesday, this campaign has seen Liverpool's key man register just 9 goals and 8 assists across all competitions. Salah, however, missed a significant portion of Premier League fixtures in January while on Africa Cup of Nations duty. Since March 10, 2025, the 33-year-old Salah has managed only 12 goals and provided 13 assists for Liverpool. The winger's dip in form following the Alexander-Arnold moment could simply be coincidental or reflect broader struggles tied to Liverpool's disappointing performances since claiming the title. Relations between Salah and Alexander-Arnold seemed cordial both before and following their on-pitch altercation. Salah actually defended the England international when sections of the Liverpool faithful jeered Alexander-Arnold during last May's Arsenal fixture, after he'd made clear his plans to depart the club. "I think somehow the fans were being harsh with him," Salah told Sky Sports. "I think he didn't deserve it at the time. He deserved the fans to treat him the best way possible because he gave it all to the fans." Salah added, "I told him yesterday, don't give me eye contact in your farewell. I really love him. I think he deserves the best farewell leaving the club. He has done a lot for the city and done a lot for the club, and he's one of probably the best players in the club's history. He gave it all. I really wish him the best. I'll always be in contact with him." The admiration was reciprocated when Alexander-Arnold publicly supported his former Liverpool colleague after Salah's contentious remarks in December, following his omission from the matchday squad on several occasions. Salah posted on Instagram without a caption, sharing an image that highlighted his record as the player with the most goals and assists for a single club in Premier League history. The fullback replied to Salah's Instagram post with a goat emoji, acknowledging the Liverpool striker as the greatest of all time. Second news is Florian Wirtz reveals truth about Mohamed Salah relationship at Liverpool. Florian Wirtz has opened up on how Mohamed Salah helped him during his early days at Liverpool, dismissing any rumours of tension between the two in the process. The German international, of course, arrived at Anfield last summer, becoming the club's most expensive signing in a deal that could have also seen him go on to break the Premier League record, before Alexander Isak subsequently took both titles. Having struggled initially to settle into his new surroundings, Wirtz increasingly looks to have found his feet at Liverpool, although his role since arriving has led to some speculation about his relationship with Salah. There have been suggestions that the Egyptian has been left unhappy with Wirtz and other new signings, getting an increased role in the side. Salah's outburst against the club and Arne Slot in December did nothing to dispel any theories of discontent within the dressing room. Wirtz, though, now looks to have poured cold water on any such claims, revealing how Salah helped to settle him in during the latest episode of the Reds' Round Table, in which he appeared alongside Jeremy Frimpong and Georgi Mamardashvili. Asked which players he is closest to, Wirtz replied, "Jeremy's my day one, you know, it's like this. Also Mo Salah always tried to speak with me. He came also young to Liverpool, and as a big signing, and he tried just to speak to me and make me feel free, you know." Reflecting further on his decision to move to Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen, Wirtz added, "For me it took a little bit longer to decide, really because I was in my area with all my family and friends, so it was not an easy step. But Liverpool was the first club who approached me to speak and tried to convince me to join the club, so it showed 100% commitment, and it felt 100% right. I have to say something about that because the interest from Liverpool started during the season. We were still in Leverkusen, and from the day I had interest from Liverpool, I found out they were also interested in Jeremy. So we were sitting next to each other in the changing room, and every day we spoke to each other. We were sitting next to each other and speaking every day how it is going, and it can be so cool if we can come here together. For me, it was easy. We had a lot of new players, and I was with Georgi for the first 2 weeks in the same hotel, so we would drive to training together. Of course, Jeremy, because I knew him from before, but also the other players, they always tried to make me feel good." Florian Wirtz lifts lid on private Liverpool locker room talks without Arne Slot. Florian Wirtz has shed light on the significance of private meetings held by the Liverpool squad that helped stabilise the season. The Reds suffered 9 defeats in 12 matches from the end of September to November, before embarking on a streak that has seen them lose just 3 times in their last 23 games across all competitions. This run has positioned Arne Slot's team in the FA Cup quarter-finals, 6th place in the Premier League and in the Champions League last 16, which kicks off when they journey to face Galatasaray away for the first leg on Tuesday evening. Speaking on the Reds Roundtable show via the club's official channels, Wirtz, alongside Jeremy Frimpong and Georgi Mamardashvili, detailed how those internal discussions at the time aided in enhancing performances and results. "There were a few meetings in the changing room with only us players," Wirtz reveals. "We had a difficult start, and this club and this team was not used to this, that we don't win almost every game, you know. And I think it was important to believe as a group that we are making progress, and it needs to get better. As a team, we want to give something back to the fans, but we are not in a position to say, we are winning this or that. So we focus on the games, but we know that there's still something to play for. Most what I did was just to make myself strong in the head, to bring myself to the best position to bring it on the pitch, and that helped also. It was really good to start scoring, and from then on it was easier to find the goal more. I can't even explain why, because in football I think it's a lot of momentum, and when you score one time, then you can use it for yourself, you know." Reflecting on his decision to relocate to Merseyside in June following the Reds' deal with Bayer Leverkusen, the Germany international adds, "For me it took a little bit longer to decide, really, because I was in my area with all my family and friends, so it was not an easy step. But Liverpool was the first club who approached me to speak and tried to convince me to join the club, so it showed 100% commitment, and it felt 100% right. I have to say something about that because the interest from Liverpool started during the season. We were still in Leverkusen, and from the day I had interest from Liverpool, I found out they were also interested in Jeremy. So we were sitting next to each other in the changing room, and every day we spoke to each other. We were sitting next to each other and speaking every day how it is going, and it can be so cool if we can come here together. For me, it was easy. We had a lot of new players, and I was with Georgi for the first 2 weeks in the same hotel, so we would drive to training together. Of course, Jeremy, because I knew him from before, but also the other players, they always tried to make me feel good.